Okay, welcome back to another installment. Installment as we make our way to the next halving, and it is 11/21/24 as of right now, and we have 1,240 days left to the next halving. I'm using no mic, really. Actually, I'm using an internal mic. I used to always think the Blue Snowball was the best thing. Still is great, but I'm doing some experimentation with this to see how that works out. So, at this current time, Bitcoin is at 98K. A few videos back, it was definitely lower. It hit the 80s, it was the 70s, the 60s when I was doing videos. So, it's on a steady incline upwards, which is great. And the alts are really kind of like suffering right now, to be honest with you. So, it's just a Bitcoin show, which is pretty cool. Dominance, excuse me, it's at 58%. Pretty high, so it gets all the attention right now. Yep. Let's go to, let's see. Now I like this one right here, Bitcoin dominance. This one's off a little bit, but still in the same category as 61% at the time of this recording. So this is a journal, of course. I do not put these videos up as quickly as I should. I'm actually just making a bunch of them and then I'll put them up. And yeah, I'll do it. Trying to get into the rhythm, and I'm starting to get a little rhythm here. I like this TradingView site because it has a lot of news. Bitcoin marches towards 100,000 on optimism over Trump crypto plans, and the more that Trump implements his cabinet, uh, the market receives it better. So MicroStrategy surges 94%. It's my biggest holding stock wise. Just keeps getting bigger. It's at $525. I got it around 2 something. Originally touched it, it was like at 160 something. My goodness. So the thing's been tearing it up. And yeah, so this is basically a video to cover what's going on right now. As you can see, on the anime realm, I'm watching Arcane, the second season, which so far I was going to fade it for a second, but it's got a lot of good reviews. I've seen the first episode and all the way through, and it is pretty good so far. So that is pretty much it. Small, short video. I did learn a few things, as a matter of fact, let me touch base on that. So I was watching a few guys, and I was wondering what was the premise of this video. It kind of drew a blank, but now it comes to me. So here are a few places to not really FOMO or FOMO in, because I've had some recent experiences with Pump and Moonshot that have been pretty kind of disturbing, so to speak. We already know that they do multiple coins. It's easy to make one. It's easy to get rugged. So I thought I knew something here, and I did not. So here is the thing that they do nowadays. All right, so you can pick out a coin. You'll find like some of the ways I do it is like I'll go on their social media, see if there's any activity. And there's one spot, there was not any activity, but it had a good link to the social media. So Moonshot is a bad spot. As far like when they first started launching, man, they had like a ton of rugs. And there was one up here and it was ready to go. Now I clicked on the links, it had social links and everything like that. It seemed like everything was up and running, good to go. It took me to the actual X site and whatnot. But here it was, it duplicated, somehow it was able to duplicate that link to that site and a link to the website that was used to imitate something that was not real. And once it got up high enough, pre-market, before it launched, crashed like completely. It was a rug, and then the whole banner was removed, all the links were removed, and it was gone. So I don't know how that works. This is how does it work? Well, I know how the other thing works. So just be careful because they look good. They got the flashes in green, but they are elaborate. So that was just one. Another one on Pump. Get this, they'll go live, and they'll be more likely be like two milfs or something like that, like some chick showing her tits, and it'll go up. They don't really have any intentions of launching a coin. It'll go up and then they'll rug it, and then they'll go. This is like watching a strip show. So that was interesting. I didn't know they really had that going on here. So this place goes unchecked pretty much for the most part. It's just up and running. So, so here it was kind of like the same scenario, similar scenario. It was a good pitch, but it was some connections to some websites that didn't exist. I mean, they existed, but they weren't really a part of the project. They like linked them, and they were able to do that, and then run a scam, and then do a rug. Wow. So the chances, it's not even like well, some people say it's like buying a lottery ticket, but man, a lottery ticket. So you got a guy like shilling his coin, trying to get that thing going on. Let them know that he's a real person. Maybe that's one of the reasons why, one of the things that they've done, to help with that, having like some type of online presence that you can do. But other than that, it's really like you really got to like be mindful out here. And there's so many of them. This is like an overload of coins. How do you pick when they just keep pumping them out? And they're not just pumping them out here; they're pumping them out on Moonshot too. So it's Peanut the cat was the only one. I mean, Peanut the squirrel was the only one that really rocked out, and the other ones did not. So that sucks. All right, so I did need to put that out there because that was part of my journey. Kind of like screwed me up for the day. Because I knew I didn't get smashed or anything like that, but I just had a bad experience. I didn't know they were doing stuff to that extent. Here it is, Genopets. So now it's all the way down here. So it had a whole bunch of it had the advertisement. They paid for their little advertisement, 200 whatever it is for the lightning thing to cross the banners up here. And they had social links, and they had the website links and all that. Everything was good to go, connected and all that. But now, as you can see, there's nothing here. I don't even want to click on it anymore. It's just rug the people, and it's waiting to rug somebody else. So probably sit in stasis for a little bit, and then like go back to its nonsense. So yeah, I mean that's what you get to look forward to, which is unfortunate. And to launch a meme coin is like not even really worth it. I mean, you have to find a new trend constantly, and then the shiny new coin goes away. So yep, that's my take on it. That's all I really got in reference to these coins and my experience. Will I dip in here again? My hand is already set. I do have a couple memes, Mr. and Mrs. Miggles. Oh boy, I had to even cut down on them a bit because they were a little bit too aggressive for my portfolio. And it's good to have a good allocation, but not one when it moves it all the way or whatnot. And then once it goes the other way, you're looking crazy. All right. So on that note, I think I've done my due diligence. And don't get me wrong, these places are cool, but these places can make you cry. And that's it.